500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as the Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human spellcasters allied themselves with the dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge called the Forge of Spells, where magic items could be crafted. Times were good, and the nearby human town of Phandelver prospered as well. But then, disaster struck when orcs swept through the north and laid waste to all in their path. Our journey began when 3 companions, commissioned by the dwarven miner and prospector Gundren Rockseeker, traveled south from the city of Neverwinter towards Phandelver. A sudden ambush by goblins revealed the shadow of a dark plot that had already begun its course. Gundren had been kidnapped by an unknown enemy called the Black Spider. The mystery only deepened as they reached their destination, the town of Phandelver. Joined by 2 more adventurers seeking to face the evil that plagued the lands, the group soon discovered that Phandelver was being terrorized by a gang of thieves called the Redbrands, led by a wizard named Glassstaff. The party suspected involvement of the Redbrands in Gundren's kidnapping and stormed their lair. Once wizards, because of their commune with these dark energies, it warped them, and it gifted them with cosmic insight that allows them to extract knowledge. However, it loses its soul and becomes a beast that hungers for flesh.
With a cry, the doctor yells over to this beast, "I will end your life here, so that you may no longer suffer. You who have betrayed the ways of the wizards will die this day."
Following a harrowing battle with an ancient creature allied with Glassstaff, the party caught up to the twisted mage and slew him. The party decommissioned the corrupt mayor who had been secretly profiting from the Redbrands' oppression of the town, and Phandelver celebrated their new heroes. Still, there was no lead on the location of Gundren Rockseeker. It was then that one of the party members realized the magnitude of the dwarf's abduction. 2 or 3 weeks ago, you guys were already on your 5th stein of ale. He says, "Schmigel, I'm gonna tell you something, and you're not gonna tell anyone else."
Hey, what do you want?
I found the find of a lifetime, I tell you. You know, Iron Belly, once I find this mine, once I find the mine of Phandelver, and I know where it is, I tell you, I'm going to be rich. And we're going to reforge the alliance between the Lord's Alliance of Neverwinter and the Gnomes. 'Twill be some Lord of the Rings shite. Starting with few leads on the missing dwarf, the adventurers scoured the nearby countryside looking for clues. As you approach this town, you see that the town gates are beaten up. The farmland around the town is completely untended and has grown wild. You see, impaled on spikes, right along the front gate, there are human heads. This town was sacked by orcs. This is a home of sorts, sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, a reclined couch. Air just turns freezing cold. Cold, pale light starts flickering in the air.
Castaner, we are not alone.
Flickering light starts taking shape and merges. Her face is completely pale and featureless. Foolish mortals! What do you want here? Do you not know it is death to to seek me out?
I'm looking for information concerning the wizard.
Tell you what. I can tell you where Bogentle has gone. Or I can tell you where the lost mine of Phandelver is. This amuses me, these difficult decisions that you pathetic mortals make.
Make the right choice.
You're right, Schmigel. I'll make the right choice.
Oh, for God's sake.
I cannot break a promise.
So what was your reason again?
Didn't you hear,
And
Schmigel?
as soon as he
Magic
opened his
book.
mouth, I reached out and grabbed his lower jaw.
Now, could you feel how evil?
Have some words after this.
I'm sorry, Schmigel. Like, as soon as spellbook was mentioned, I was like,
My friend could be dead! And you choose a piece of tail?
So you guys head south into it appears to be a desolate speck just in the middle of the hills. You're expecting to find people here starting a settlement. Instead, you find that no one here. And then there is a door that is slightly ajar. You smell a foul odor. It is most definitely undead. A dozen bodies strewn on the ground, lying prone. And from above the stairs, the footsteps start getting really loud. You see a figure appear. He looks like some sort of wizard. He's got a shaved head. He runs down looking frantically at you guys and at the zombies attacking you. What's the meaning of this?
Are you responsible for these beasts?
Yes, they are under my control.
Then you shall die with them.
can I have a copy of your spells? You seem to be a wizard, so you must have a spellbook. Can I have a copy of them?
He raises his hand and starts conjuring a spell, and then shoots out magic missile at Schmigel.
You still alive, Schmigel?
Foolish of you to challenge me. Know that I am a red wizard of Thay, and I will destroy you. The battle turned in our party's favor as they dispatched another evil wizard. But they knew that a necromancer was only a taste of the foul darkness that has swept across the Sword Coast. As a favor to one of their new members, the Elven Ranger Castanar, the party traveled to Thundertree in hopes of finding some answers to the elf's dark past. There's a lot of high hills surrounding what appears to be a deep valley or crater. Look a little bit too rounded to be completely natural. You look down into this crater and you notice that there is a white fog. It completely obscures anything that you can see in the area. As you nervously and quietly walk down this path, you are engulfed by this fog. You can barely see it 30 feet in front of you, and everything just looks gray as you walk down this path. Grass that was there before is now dead. They traveled to Thundertree with hopes of solving the mystery of Castanar's unfortunate childhood. None could have imagined that this blighted village festered with the legacy of a dead god. Its crumbling houses and cursed soil enticed a dreadful beast to make Thundertree its home. The most difficult foe the party has faced lay ahead. He is missing one right arm and one left leg. He is being suspended by vines. It is I, right off.
I've traveled so far to find you.
A great tragedy has befallen this place. Look around you. Do you not feel it in your own heart? You have found your home. You must remove him. Remove Venom Fang from this place.
This is my home. I shall do it.
I'm gonna kick off with using Ultra Self. I'm gonna make myself look and move like a half-dragon.
Speak, half-breed. You have nothing to offer me, half-blood.
That is besides the point.
The dragon's face appears, and you can see its big yellow eye just glaring at you through the smoke, and it angles its neck towards you curiously. I sense a dwarf in the bushes, and I have seen this dwarf with you.
That dwarf is but my servant.
And you see his tongue just slithers out a little bit. Okay, so Venom Fang, boom, boom, smashes his way downstairs, looks around, and gets really flustered that all of his treasure's gone as the trap falls down and pins him to the ground.
Okay, I am using a key point, Furious Blow, which will give me 3 attacks.
You smash down with your bare fists on a huge dragon. Venom Fang completely restrained. Venom Fang, not happy at all, twists around, open his mouth, green flame spits out, covering Nimbex. Noxious green gas just pours all over you.
I drop.
Nimbex! Horse, get your ass together and take out the goddamn keystones!
I'm gonna end up using Phantasmal Force. What looks to be a ball of fire going right at him.
I will over there and knock over the keystone.
Venom Fang roaring and bellowing, shaking his head. He breaks the chains. Okay, you knock the last keystone. The tower starts to crumble. He is falling into the rubble. Suddenly, a whole bunch of rocks just explode outward as Venom Fang flies straight up and out of the rubble.
Is everybody alright?
Nimbex is down.
Alright, everybody take cover. He's coming around.
And he lands right in front of you.
I'm going after the dragon. Everybody get themselves to a better vantage point. Got it?
Shield of Faith on Schmigel. Schmigel, you start glowing white again.
Oh!
He's going to swipe at you with his claws twice and then attempt to bite you. 26. Crit. 26. As this dragon just ferociously bears down on you.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm really down.
You wound on Eagle.
You wake up as Halsa casts the Blessing Sword in upon you. You're still on the ground, having taken quite a wallop from the dragon. As you attack this dragon, you notice that you have injured it pretty deeply. The dragon looks like he is going to withdraw.
Oh, let's make it good.
Fuck this dragon.
As the dragon is flying away, you make one last slash at it, making a big scar right across his head.
Aye, you won't be back, will you? No. You'll remember Schmigel Ironbelly.
Venom Fang was defeated and flew off to lick his wounds and plot his vengeance. In victory, the party returned to their home city of Neverwinter to celebrate. Afterwards, they went to Gundren Rockseeker's home to search for clues. They found Gundren's journal, which gave them a hint of where the mine was hidden. Having searched for a week without success, this was just the clue that they needed. You start flipping through the journal, and you look at his last couple of entries, but he does not mark an exact location. When one walks into these ancient halls and smells the ore, one can feel the power of his ancestors. It is clear that a tragedy bearing this mine. I see bones of me ancestors. Brings me such great sadness. There's magic down here. What fate hath befallen this mine, I will find out. It appeared that Gundren was not the only one who had knowledge of the Phandelver mine. The party was summoned to the Hall of the Lord's Alliance in the Protector's Enclave. Do I have your allegiance to Neverwinter? Declare this.
You've always had my faithful right and left hand.
The Lords of Neverwinter are in fierce debate. This dragon cult summons the power of actual dragons. This is something that is a danger to everyone in the realm, and we will all take arms when it occurs. What we need is a means to acquire weapons to fight dragons.
Yes, sir.
I have spoken to Gundren, and we can create an alliance. I will send down what troops you need. You will acquire that mine. Then I would ask that you join the Lord's Alliance. You may not be of noble heritage, but your nobility shall begin today. He takes out his greatsword and he knights you.
Schmigel with a proud smile that day.
You see Schmigel walking out wearing one of the noble cloaks.
You make me proud.
Someone was obviously bought.
Oh, stuff it up, yours. Let me have my day.
Schmiggel's never looked better. He's in this shining plate mail with a big billowing cloak.
Nimbex, let's go seduce some widows.
There's a woman that she's in her 60s and her husband recently died.
She's still technically younger than me.
Well, hey there, doctor. And she smiles. She's missing her teeth.
Oh, hi, Elvira.
Why don't you come up? I'll bake you some pie.
I would come by, but I'm a little strapped for cash right now.
Perhaps I can loan you some money. Perhaps you want to come have some of my pie first.
I guess I'll go off. You coming, Nimbex?
I'll pass.
We're gonna get you some plates, Schmigel.
So you go over to Ivara's house. She opens the door with a big, happy, toothless grin. You came for my pie.
Yes, I did. For 3,000 gold, the doctor does it. Look who's rich now, gorgeous.
Like, what did you do? Eat Elvira's pie?
As the clues fell together, the black spider's web was coming apart. In a final stroke of luck, Sir Ironbelly's men were able to capture a fleeing member of the Redbrands, Stan, who disclosed the location of Gundren Rockseeker, as well as goblinoid and orcish allies of the Black Spider. Gundren was being held prisoner by the bugbear chief, King Grawl, at a magically hidden castle ruin in the Neverwinter Wood, along with his map to the Phandelver mine, and an orcish horde, the Many Arrows tribe, guarded the entrance to the mine.
You have done an irreplaceable service for the Harpers. You, Doctor, I believe, would make a perfect Harper. She's like, does that sound like something that you'd be interested in?
Quite possible.
I am intrigued by your philosophies, and I'm intrigued by your desires and your passions. If you require my aid, I will be glad to go with you. She puts her palm over to you and opens it, and there is a pit inside, a pure gold, studded with small rubies, harp. This is the emblem of the Harpers.
Ever since Schmigel got a fancy cloak, the doctor felt inadequate. So I'm gonna go over to the closest shop and purchase a bright yellow robe. Don't forget the hat.
Zunimar, Hagara. She said that she was part of the Blue Bear tribe of the Uthgard, a barbarian tribe to the north. Do not call me a lady, I am a daughter of the Uthgard. She comes over in your face, just hulking over you. I have the right to use any means necessary to find this fugitive. Well, you will help me. She says, then you can find this fugitive for me.
There's a high probability that this man you seek, it's possible that this man also goes by the name the Black Spider, if they are indeed the same man.
Then I must insist that you fight with the glory of the Uthgard and by the terms of the Uthgard. We do not surrender, we die first.
King Grawl was a ferocious opponent, and the Cragmaw castle proved to be rife with foes. But the adventurers triumphed over every challenge, and shortly after, King Grawl lay dead at their feet. Having rescued Gundren Rockseeker and recovered the map to the Wave Echo Cave, the only task left was to find the cave, destroy the Black Spider's evil forces, and claim the legacy of the Phandelver Pact. Orcs guarded the entrance, the undead and magical beasts roamed within, but beyond this, the party knew nothing. What secrets lay within the cave? Would the adventurers survive its dangers? And who is the Black Spider? The heroes steeled themselves and prepared for an adventure unlike anything they had seen. The adventure to the lost mine of Phandelver.